Okay, next question from Chris. Is there a way to complain to the USCIS if they do deny? Okay, well, I guess let me break that into kind of two answers. The first, if you just want to complain because you're not happy, which is probably not what you want. What you probably mean is, I want them to reconsider. I want my complaint to possibly change their mind. If that's what you mean, and it probably is, then there is an official appeals process, and you would normally file an appeal. That is the way you get things changed. Just complaining really won't do it usually. Now, if you have an influential senator, a U.S. senator, and you complain to them, and they contact CIS, and there was some blatant mistake made by the CIS, involving dates where they obviously got something very clearly wrong, you might have a chance going that route. Of course, you could always hire an attorney to try and help you fight that. But realistically, if your denial is well within the discretion of the CIS, it's probably not going to do any good. Even with an appeal, and again, we're not lawyers, RapidVisa is not a law firm, but our understanding experience, even with an appeal, you would have to be arguing that they misunderstood, misinterpreted something. If you just don't like their answer and you say, well, they should have changed their mind, that's probably not going to work realistically. They've got rules and guidelines. Some are very specific, like you must be a U.S. citizen, so that's not negotiable. You either are or you aren't. And some are a little more vague, like you need to prove the validity of the relationship. So if it's specific, like they say you're not a U.S. citizen, you can't petition your parent, but in fact you are, then you probably have a great chance of getting that fixed. If they say, we don't believe this is a valid relationship, that one is much, much tougher. And what we tell people is, look, in a case like that, get some more evidence and reapply. It's generally, there's no limit, generally speaking, there's no limit to the number of times you can apply. It's almost always going to be faster and cheaper to simply reapply. So let's say you apply for a fiancé visa, you're denied. Your best path, based on our evidence, and our experience, is go get married, get a little more information to validify the relationship, and then reapply as a spousal visa. That is the absolute best path forward based on us doing nearly 40,000 of these. If you appeal, you're looking at a year, 2 years, 3 years. It depends. The backlogs always get longer. You're going to need a lawyer to do that. So now you're probably into the $10,000 range plus. And so, and if the facts of your case haven't changed, there's no need just reapplying. In other words, it's almost certainly going to do you no good to resubmit the exact same thing you submitted the first time, because they have a copy of the first one. You send the exact same thing again, the adjudicator is not likely going to overturn his fellow adjudicator when you've not provided new evidence. So get new evidence of whatever it is the denial reason was, improve your situation, and then reapply is what we have found to be the best path forward. But back to your question, to complain, I mean, yeah, you can contact your congressman, senator, but we've seen hundreds, maybe thousands, probably not, probably hundreds, because we really don't see that many denials. But we've seen lots and lots of people try that, and it generally doesn't do anything. I mean, those guys are, they're a U.S. senator is a quite important and powerful position, but they have no authority over the USCIS whatsoever. Does the whole body of the U.S. Congress, can they enact changes and have some sway with the CIS or the Department of State? Sure, they could over time and through legislation, but can one senator out of 100 make them approve your case because you're a good guy? It's almost it's just not going to happen realistically. Unless, like I say, it's a very factual error, then maybe you got a shot. They said you're denied because you're not a citizen, you can't petition your mom, and you, in fact, were born in the United States and you'd already proven to them that, then yeah, maybe you got a shot at getting that fixed. But if it's one of the discretionary things, which it usually is, finances, proving a relationship, something like that, then I wouldn't waste my time complaining. It's like complaining in a restaurant before you get your food. Probably not a good idea because you don't know what they're doing to the food in the back. We all want to express ourselves when we feel we've been wrong. That's certainly normal and understandable, but our experience is it doesn't do any good. And I'm not trying to discourage you, but you ask our opinion, and having done more of these than any single person anyway in the country can tell you that we've never seen it work. And now who knows if you've created some bad blood, or some whatever you complain, certainly if it's in writing, it may end up in your file. And now next time you apply and the next guy reads it, do you really want him thinking you're a hothead, or unreasonable or something? So I would just be careful about the complaining. It's absolutely frustrating, especially when you feel like they're wrong. But remember, the goal is to get your loved one here. The goal is not necessarily to prove you're right and they're wrong, and there's little to be gained by taking that path.
If you found this video useful, it would mean a lot to us if you could hit the like button and comment below to let us know what you think. You can also ask your own immigration questions in the comments below. If you want to make sure not to miss any of our future videos, we invite you to subscribe here on YouTube and be sure to click the notification icon so you can be alerted whenever we publish a new video. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook where you can watch our regular immigration Q&A live streams.